Use of mapping and classification. When soil mapping and land capability classifications are combined, a comprehensive land use plan can be developed. This helps identify which crops are suitable for which areas, where afforestation or agroforestry should be promoted, which regions should be reserved for grazing, and which are suitable for water conservation interventions. This information is not limited to scientists or government agencies. It is also useful for gram panchayats, farmer groups, water user committees, and NGOs. When a village recognizes the true potential of its land and uses it accordingly, not only does productivity increase, but soil, water, and biodiversity can also be effectively conserved. There is a deep connection between climate, land, and the sustainability of crop production. And within this relationship, the role of soil is most essential. Soil is not a medium to hold the plant roots only. It is a living system that facilitates the transportation of nutrient, water, and air. The effectiveness of watershed management also depends heavily on how well the nature, structure, and behavior of soil are understood. Especially in rainwater harvesting, irrigation management, and plant growth, the role of soil texture and moisture holding capacity is of utmost importance. Soil structure refers to arrangement of soil particles and how they cluster together in the form of aggregates. These aggregates determine water movement, airflow, and root development in the soil. A well-structured soil has particles of different size bound in such a way that appropriate space and air channels are maintained. This allows water to be absorbed evenly and plant roots to receive sufficient oxygen. If the soil structure becomes too hard or compact, it can lead to waterlogging, root rot, and a decline in productivity. Soil texture refers to the proportion of different particles present in the soil: sand, silt, and clay. These particles vary in size, sand being the largest, silt medium, and clay the finest. Soil that contains these three particles in a balanced amount is called loam soil, which is considered best for agriculture. Sandy soil is light and does not retain water and nutrient for long. In contrast, the clay-rich soils contains a lot of water but drains it slowly, which can use water stagnation. Silty soils hold more water than sandy soils but less than clay soils. Soil texture determines which crops can be grown in a region, how often irrigation is required, and what kind of water conservation practices is required. For example, sandy soil requires frequent irrigation because water drains quickly, while heavy clay soils may require less frequent irrigation. Soil's moisture holding capacity refers to how much water the soil can retain between its particles and make available to plants gradually. This capacity depends on soil texture, structure, organic matter content, and the number of pores between soil particles. Organic matter like farmyard manure, vermicompost, or dry leaves helps improve soil's water retention capacity by making it more porous and soft. Sandy soils have low waterlogging capacity, so they require frequent irrigation. Clay soils can hold a larger volume of water but release it very slowly. Loam soil maintains a balance between water retention and drainage, making it ideal for most agricultural practices. When water structures like check dam, farm pond, or contour trenches are built in a watershed area, their effectiveness depends on how much water the soil can absorb and contribute to groundwater recharge. If the soil is too compact and prevent water infiltration, surface runoff increases and water harvesting becomes ineffective. Therefore, the design of water structures is based on the soil texture and structure of the region. Furthermore, in areas where the soil has low moisture holding capacity, techniques like mulching, use of organic fertilizers, and dryland farming methods need to be adopted to protect plants from drought. With an understanding of soil properties, it becomes easier to decide what kind of water management strategy and cropping system will be most appropriate for the region. Thank you.